Hey, Pooh.
We don't take no L.
Hey, y'all.
Let's talk.
Equivalent.
Differentials.
Equivalent.
Differentials.
Talk with us. Put you on some game. Rock with us. You won't be the same. Talk with us. Put you on some game. Rock with us. You won't be the same.
Hey, Pooh.
Hey, y'all. Let's talk.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Equivalent Differentials podcast. Thank y'all so much for all the positive feedback we received since we launched last week. Yes. All episodes are now live on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts to come for all our Android users.
It works on Spotify for Android. Let's not do that.
We really appreciate y'all tuning in, listening to us, and rocking with us. So thank y'all so much.
Appreciate it.
Speaking of other things that happened this week, I know y'all saw everything going on with Jada Pinkett-Smith and August Alsina and this whole open marriage, Will's blessing. It's wild.
It's wild.
Couldn't be me. I can't do the open marriage thing. I really can't.
But you have to think about it, though. Will and Jada have been together for a minute.
My parents have been together for a minute. How long have Will and Jada? I don't know the timeline.
I don't know the timeline. Let me take that back because I don't know the timeline.
I think that it's different when you're two beautiful people. Not to say that your parents aren't beautiful, but it's like you're two beautiful people. You both have your own lives, and you can have. You think about it, that any one of them can have anyone that they want in this world, but they're choosing each other, and that's for traditional marriage too. But there could be more things that are like kind of thrown at them.
I don't know. I disagree with that because I think that that's the whole point is that you can have anybody at the end of the day that gets old. So it's like.
But they said they're in a partnership, not necessarily marriage.
But I don't think partnership means that
title.
you're in an open relationship because Jada said none of it is true and that she's bringing herself to the
But
red
honestly,
table.
I don't mind what they have going on. I feel like if they both have agreed to it, I feel like it's fine. Go for it. But August, he would have been cut off for talking too much. I don't
For
do
real,
that.
August is messy.
But here's
He
the thing,
talked
though.
too much.
Okay, so everybody was kind of glued in on that one clip, but did y'all watch the whole interview?
No, I didn't.
See, I watched the whole interview.
I heard that it was good when you watched the whole
thing. It was
thing.
good, and it was about his whole entire life, and that's a part of it. So it's like it's a beautiful thing, but them clips they got.
I don't know. Whoever date August after this, good luck. Because I know August got a whole ice box where the heart used to be.
Good.
He said, I could die right now. I could die right now. Knowing that I love. I need to stop because I kind of actually that's not the kind of love I want.
He's been through a lot. He's been through a
Yeah.
whole
You can
lot.
tell his whole look has changed. The braids, everything. It's just
He went through the breakup
Keisha
cut.
Cole,
No, for real, not the
hair
breakup
color.
cut.
He surely did.
Well, I guess we'll just kind of dive in. Also, I will just say one thing, and we're not going to get this much time because I just can't. But y'all saw that Kanye's running for president?
Yeah,
Allegedly.
we didn't give him time at all.
I just can't. Just when we thought he was doing better.
Please do not vote for Kanye.
No, yeah, please, y'all. Please
Voting
take this serious.
for Kanye is voting for Trump.
It's like voting for Harambe. When y'all did that,
It's not going to help us.
voting for the dead gorilla, rest
So,
in peace. But it's like, come on.
But the question is, who you gonna vote for? Because it's like you're not gonna vote for Kanye, you're not gonna vote for Biden, you're not gonna vote for Trump.
Who said we're not
voting
voting for Biden? Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm voting for Biden.
I know you're not talking about going independent.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, I'm gonna need you to do your research and then think about what makes the most
Biden's
sense
gonna have
because
to get my vote.
It's just like
the independents never win, so please don't waste a vote. I'm asking everybody.
It's not wasting a vote. It's kind of like if I'm choosing evil, I'm gonna choose evil.
Everybody
so
is.
trying to
No
choose
one
between the
is
lesser of the
perfect
evils.
though.
That's true. If you're a pedophile, you're a pedophile.
Well, I'm going for Biden. Okay, so
yeah, y'all, we're gonna have to vote for Biden.
We'll
In
do
another
it.
4
When
years,
we
we'll
get
have to
closer to
reconsider.
election time, we'll have a whole episode kind of about that.
Yeah.
So, kind of going into the topic, we just gonna, and it's kind of what we just talked about. I'll just jump into our first movie, but we're gonna kind of just talk about some movies and the concepts and try to just get a little bit of conversation going.
Mm-hmm.
So the first movie that I wanted to talk about is The Matrix. And I know y'all have seen that, but probably haven't seen it in a break. So they actually are remaking The Matrix. And basically, it was like a movie that said that basically, like, this isn't real. This is like a form of your mind
Yes.
kind of thing. So I thought that was interesting. So I guess the question that comes up is like, what is reality? Is everything destined? Like, do you have a choice in the matter?
So, like the Matrix is like, you could choose the red pill or the blue pill.
Right.
If it's red, then if it's blue, then it's that. But I kind of do believe, like, okay, we sitting in this room, like, all I can see is y'all. I can't see anything outside of this room. So, does the things outside of this room exist? I actually believe in the Matrix.
Yeah,
I
believe it because sis don't believe in concept of time. Sis was late today, so we know she don't believe in time.
Sis experienced and witnessed an accident on 495.
No, I feel it though, because yesterday I was at home and I was like, "Am I alive?" Have you ever thought about that?
No.
Yes, I have.
Not being alive. I mean, maybe some other things that are kind of like, one time
I was also
physics
lit.
teacher, well, you was probably, we're not going to get into that. But my physics teacher, I don't know if y'all remember Mr. Knight. I don't know who had him. But basically he brought up this concept to us that like, what if we are in a video game and like you think you're picking everything, but really it's like a game. And you're the player in someone's game and they're like gaming.
What's the kids movie that was like that where all the things lived in the head?
Oh, Inside Out. But Imani, that's not really the same thing. That was like emotions. It was like mad, sad.
But it kind of is, but it's for kids, so they can't get that deep. But it was kind of the same concept. It's like you're not really choosing, they're choosing. So like the angry one is like, oh, I'm angry, I'm gonna press the angry button.
You're right.
And then the calm one is like, no, calm down. So it's like your consciousness.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. So to kind of tie into that, it kind of even goes into I don't know if y'all have seen the butterfly effect. But that has Ashton Kutcher in it. And it basically talks about how, like, when a butterfly flaps its wings, it can cause a tycoon, like, miles away. So it's basically like, does one thing change? Like, if you would have did one thing different, would it change your whole life? So do y'all believe in that? Like, if you would have did one thing different, could you have lived this whole different life?
I believe so, but I do believe that the people who are in your life, somehow you would meet them anyway. So, like, even if I didn't...
So then you believe in destiny, kind of from you believe things are destiny.
Yes.
I think it definitely could have... Yeah, I agree with that. Like, it definitely could have gone differently, but it always goes how it's supposed to. Like, for example, if you were in, high school, getting a 2.0 GPA, you weren't going to Harvard. You weren't becoming a doctor.
Hard work couldn't get you
But
there.
at that point in time, you could have been a doctor maybe sooner. But, I mean, you're going to put in double
But what
work.
if I had one teacher? Would one teacher have changed the whole trajectory of my life? If I had Miss Brown versus Mr. Cobbler, would life have been different? Because I feel like that's how a lot of these dudes think that be in the league. Like, if I didn't hurt my back, bro, that would have been me. I would have been on the Patriots. I would have been with Tom Brady. Who's now not with the Patriots, but with Cam Newton's there now. But I feel like a lot of people think that. But I think that's like an unhealthy way to think. Like, I don't get caught up in if I would have did this, maybe this would have happened. I feel like that's a lot of stress and anxiety.
It's unhealthy. If you're just saying it to state it, it's one thing. But if you're saying it and you're constantly dwelling on it, that's unhealthy.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. So then let's also think about, let's kind of switch gears a little bit, get a little bit more on the kind of the spookier side of things.
Not spooky. See, I'm not doing none of these movies.
So let's talk about Saw. Now, I don't know if y'all remember Saw, but basically the dude would bring you into it's almost like the Olympics. You had to go through all these trials and tribulations, and he believed that if you made it through, then you were you could be redeemed. Like your soul could be redeemed if you could go through all this. Do y'all think that y'all have enough fight to go through the Saw movies, the different stuff that he had for them?
I couldn't even watch the Saw movie. After the first one, I didn't even watch none of them after
If the movie isn't funny or romantic, I didn't watch it.
Sis cut off her whole arm. I don't have the fight.
No.
I don't have
the
fight.
Let's say you have kids at home, a significant other at home, you don't know what you'll do to try to get home to that person.
That's true. That's fact.
But then at some point you might be like, this dude crazy. He's gonna try to kill me either way. Like, what should I do? Maybe I should just end this right here.
And just give up on the whole concept.
Exactly. I know all the movies.
No, I really do. I'm a movie buff for real.
You guys are.
She ain't no true movie buff.
No, they've always been into movies.
Yeah, because I'm well-rounded. Imani sticks to her.
Now she well-rounded because she watched the movie.
No, I'm very well-rounded. But
Imani, no. You're black classics. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I like all movies.
Okay, what's American Pie?
That was about them in college or something. It was
they were in high school. Just cut it out.
But it was their senior year or something like that. But see, that was dumb to me. I don't like stupid movies.
Whatever.
I just watched Soul Food the other day.
Oh, clap for
that is a classic, and I haven't seen it. And I know everybody's gonna be like, take her black card away. Nah, whatever. I haven't. You're right. I haven't seen Love Jones, and
you're not well-rounded.
I've seen Brown Sugar, The Wood.
You only saw The Wood because I found it in your mama's closet, and I was like, The Wood, and they were like, what's this? I was like, y'all niggas ain't
never seen a
Why were you in her mama's closet?
And then I saw Reaching Out to Me from the Heavens. That was a good movie. Imani did have us, like, we had this, my parents had this treasure chest of movies, and I don't even think they thought that we would ever watch them, so, because some of them were inappropriate as hell. But I feel like Imani was like, oh, y'all ain't never seen East Bayou? Pull that joint out. Like, she just had us watching all the different movies. But to kind of talk about, like, kind of go back to the Saw thing and, like, basically the lengths you would go, let's bring it to Hunger Games, though. Katniss Everdeen, she had volunteered as tribute for her sister, because that's where they had pulled the different people, and you basically had to do the Olympics again, but you had to be the lone survivor. So, you gonna volunteer as tribute if DeMario, your brother, gotta go, or you gonna let him rock that out?
Dang, that's a tough question. Y'all want me to answer on air, but if I had to go to the Hunger Games, I would go, because that movie is dope, and they actually put.
Girl, this is not a movie though. This is real life. You're talking about some. Girl, what?
I said if they had to send me to the Hunger Games, I would go.
But you said the movie was dope. Like, you finna be an actor. No, sis, you're not finna be.
It's
like
life.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like if it's like the movie as far as like they train you and all that, I would do it, because to me that's dope.
I don't remember them training them.
Katniss
was taken from the slums,
bro. I didn't see it.
She just was good at archery, but they took her from. She was like District 1. Sis was struggle.
She was, but she made it out on top. And
No, she did.
Them.
Yeah, that
she
underdog.
got pizzazz. She
that
got a little bit
underdog
of black
mentality.
in her.
I think for me, if it's my sister, I'm going in. If it's my mom and dad, I'm going in. But if it's grandma, I don't think I'm volunteering as tribute. And I love you, grandma. But you lived your life. You had 2 marriages, 3 kids.
If she had more than one marriage, she lived her life.
Yeah, so
Her
I'm just
best
like,
life.
I just feel like I can be like, all right, look, grandma, look, you just do what you gotta do. Okay, and we'll see you when I see you.
Somebody might
Child,
have
see you on the other side.
on the other side.
Exactly, the other side. But you know what I loved about that movie was the welcome to Hunger Games. May the odds be ever in your favor. Like, literally, that was my ringtone. I recorded myself saying that. I swear. When people texted me, it was like, welcome to Ronnie's phone.
I can't watch any movie that forces me to pay attention for too long.
I thought that one was action-packed from the start. To me,
it was action-packed.
It's got like 3. It's got Hunger Games, Catching Fire somewhere in there. I don't even know what the third one is called.
I've seen all 3 of them.
But it's like Divergent. Were you a Divergent fan?
I saw one.
Okay.
How many are there?
3.
Oh, I think I saw the first one.
Maybe 4. I don't know. The last one was trash. I didn't like it.
Is Divergent the girl from the American Life of the American Teenager?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I think I may have seen the first one, but I didn't even know they had other ones that came out. So
Yeah.
I didn't see those yet.
Yeah, I like Divergent and Hunger Games, but
yeah.
All right, let's switch the gears a little bit. We'll go into kind of the romance kind of portion.
The romance section. This is all me. Okay, so I have some of like my favorite love movies.
Okay.
And one of them is The Notebook.
That's a classic.
Y'all seen The Notebook,
Classic
right?
all day.
Just
Who hasn't
beautiful,
seen it? Yeah,
right?
It is.
So of course, that's Noah and Allie. Noah is basically the equivalent of a warehouse worker today.
Right, blue collar.
Yeah, blue collar. Allie, she comes from a good family.
She comes from
rich
coins.
family.
She comes from her dad got that bag.
Exactly. So it starts off as like a summer romance and all this other stuff. But the part of the movie that gets me the most is that like Allie told him what she wanted her life to be like. Like, I want to live in this house. This is what I want to do. This is how many kids I want to have. I want the blue shutters and everything. And Noah, even though he didn't have much, like he could envision her dream.
Right.
And it's like, even though they weren't together, they spent all those years apart. Like, he made sure that he built that house. He did everything that she wanted. I
don't know if I agree with that though. You should be good on your own. Like, my life shouldn't consist upon you doing what I told you I envisioned. What's your vision?
True, but this like his vision was really to marry her and build the life that she wanted. And for some
Yeah, there were some people that I feel you, Tayo, because I'm not with
his own vision was, I'm gonna just work here. I want a house and I want a wife and kids. But you got to think it's a set in the older days as well.
Yeah, you're right.
So they have Instagram these days.
No, right? They didn't have Instagram. They didn't have Forex where you could be a blue collar worker and make $500.
You don't want to make money from your phone.
So like my
new trader alert, bro. If I see one more new trader alert post, throw the whole phone away.
No one didn't have Forex. That's why he was in love.
Stop it.
I'm weak.
Okay, so I have have you guys ever dated anyone that you knew your parents wouldn't approve of? Or that was kind of not necessarily on your level?
Yes.
Maybe not dated, but I knew of them.
I knew of them.
I have.
So why though? Like, what did you think your parents were overreacting? Like, why did you go against the grain? Like, did you think your parents, you just don't know him? Like, what's your
there's
reasoning?
only one person that actually met my parents that was kind of like underneath, like we kind of weren't on the same level.
Yeah.
But everyone else, it was kind of like, it is what it is. And then when I thought about bringing that person home, I was like, I don't think that my parents, and it's really not even my parents, because it's more my mom.
Right.
It's my mom, and then it's one of my brothers that are kind of like,
not one.
No.
Rico or Demario?
now you know it's Rico. Because he'd be like, love don't feed children.
Oh,
Love don't. I'm like, oh my God. Like, that love shit cool. But I mean, and my mama be like, what do he do? Do he got this? So yeah.
My parents are opposite. Like, the thing about my parents is, like, my parents might meet you 4 or 5 times and, like, we probably still cool at this point. Maybe flirted a little bit through text. But, like, meeting my parents isn't a big deal. Like, it's not like all right, so you're going to meet my dad. This is how he's going to be.
Yeah, same.
My house has just been the kickback spot. So everybody comes through there. I mean, generally when people come through, my dad will go upstairs, you know, because he don't be in the mix with us. Even though my mom be in the mix. She'll play Uno with us, face, and she get lit. But my thing is, I know that my dad one time did tell me something. And I never even told him, like, hey, this is a guy I'm thinking about marrying. It's just somebody that, you know, he knew certain things about the person. And he didn't say that these things couldn't change, but he just basically told me, like, you know, if you decide to marry him, you will work for the rest of your life. And I'm like,
you would have been a worker.
No, for real.
Ooh, you was like,
worker.
I would have been that 2 or 3, working 2 or 3 jobs.
A clock in.
A clock in?
Yeah.
I would have been a clock in.
You would have had a clock in.
I would have had the clock in. I would have been supporting me, my man, all of our kids. See, yeah.
So the question with that is, if you dated someone who wasn't on your level, or that your parents or your family wouldn't approve of, if he was willing, like Noah, to dedicate his life to you, to making you
I don't
happy.
like the dedicate his life to me. Dedicate your life to God.
Right.
Oh, when you get married, you dedicate your life to each other.
I think that that's the misconception about marriage. I don't think that that's...
You don't think you dedicate your life to each other?
To my partner? No. We are doing life together. There's no dedication to each other. We're dedicating our life to God, but we're doing life together.
Right.
It's like a partnership. Not that Will and Jada like partnership.
I'm like,
it's
partnership? I don't know, because I thought in the beginning partnership was different from marriage. What do you think?
No, they coexist in my eyes.
Oh, Lord.
Not clearing the throat. Like, she finna really spit some knowledge.
I'm really not. I just feel like, yeah. I mean, no, I agree with you. Marriage is a partnership, but we're also one. So whatever you want, I should want too.
I disagree with that. We don't gotta want the same. You mean over like principles and think like raising our children.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
but
like
if it's
our
gonna
hobbies and our likes. Like, because
if it's gonna make you happy, I want it too.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I disagree with that. Like, if my man likes football and I'm not into it,
so
you can do that without me.
Not every single thing, but at least some things you're gonna attempt. You're gonna try. You're gonna go to a football game.
Yeah.
You're gonna watch.
I mean,
So here's the
I
thing.
like sports,
Even if it's not something that I want to do, if it's what you want to do, I don't have to want to do the same thing, but I do have to support you.
Right.
Because
No, I agree with that.
That's what I mean when I mean dedicating my life to you.
Okay. Yeah, you had to clear that up because dedicating.
You was like, ooh.
No, because you know some of these dudes really do be dedicating their life to their girl, and then when something goes astray, now they ready to just throw it all away, and that's.
I mean, it works both ways.
It's not healthy.
It's hard in a relationship not to get tied up and to remember to stick to the things that you want to do.
Yeah, that's why it's healthy to have friends. You can't just get into a relationship and then cut everybody off.
Facts. Now, speaking of cutting each other off, my next romance movie is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
That's my movie.
That's my movie. Have you seen that?
It's a romance. So it's a romance. It fits your trio of movies that you watch.
If you haven't, you should. It's really
and Matthew McConaughey, just one moment of silence for
I
that
don't know
fine
no
ass
actor's
man.
actual names.
Oh, I do. I know them all. I know the government.
Oh no.
Matthew McConaughey is fine, bro. Especially when he be doing them Lincoln commercials and the way his voice sounds. Yikes. I love it.
Yes.
Okay, so in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, like they both have like this bet with their friends. I think one of them is with their boss.
Mm-hmm.
That I think his is that he can't keep a woman long enough to like actually do something with her. And then with her, she's she's a writer. So she's trying to think like all these different ways to get rid of him and to annoy him.
Yeah, he's keep him and she's lose him.
Right. And so they're both like, because he's like, yo, she's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did the most. Some of it was like over the top.
When she came to his house when all his friends was over there with the dog, was like, baby.
Crying and being
he's like,
ecstatic.
oh God. Okay.
So have you ever done anything like that? Like try to make somebody leave you alone on purpose?
I have not done anything to try to make someone leave me alone, but someone has done that to me.
Oh no, Imani.
They have.
Oh, you gonna have to break that down, sis.
That could be a whole 3 parts.
Okay, well, make it a synopsis, sis. I need a short story.
So basically,
1 minute.
they basically didn't want to be with me anymore.
Okay.
But I was living with them in a completely different state.
How do you live with them in another state? You was in 2 places at once?
No, we lived together in another state.
Oh, that's not what you said.
That's not what I said? Okay. Well, anyways. That's not what I said. So, like, basically, they were just trying to do all these things for me to break up with them.
Like what? We need some examples. I want to hear the cheating, all of it.
Basically, like, they were cheating, whether they were...
So what was he just telling you? Like, I just hit some joint last night. You staying or leaving?
It's not even that. It's just kind of like...
Better than yours will ever be.
No, that's...
Yes. No, nothing like that.
Okay.
But just a whole bunch of different stuff to like make me be like, oh, I don't want to be with this person anymore. But the weird thing is when I was like, okay, cool, like I don't want to be with you anymore. Like I'm just gonna go back to Virginia.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh no, like please stay. So it was like a cycle of that. It was just weird. Yeah, but I've never done.
What he was doing?
Huh?
Did he admit that that's what he was trying to do?
Like when y'all.
No, narcissists never admit that.
Right.
Not narcissists.
Yes, I'm gonna throw that word, the N word.
The other N.
The other N word.
What about you, Ty? You ever try to let a dude go?
Oh no, I'm gonna just let you go.
But that's
I'm
my
not gonna
thing.
do
No,
that.
the one that won't let you go to, like, he in the inbox, he's hitting your line profusely. Like, would you ever do anything outside the norm to, like, get him to just leave you the hell alone?
No, I've had stalkers a few times, but in this situation, no. Somebody actually DM'd me today, and they were like, "Oh, they wanted to get to know me." I was like, I didn't respond because I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't on my phone. Then he gonna respond again and be like, "Okay, never mind, I guess."
They love to do that, I guess.
That was
like, I guess you're just too busy.
Like, why are you
for
so
me,
aggressive?
Aggressive, and I don't even know you.
I think because they're behind the computer screens. You can just shoot your shot, it don't matter. And now Instagram lets you unsend messages.
Yeah.
So,
and he was doing that a few
That's
days
why
ago,
I
too.
There's
screenshot
really no
before
risk.
somebody can do that. Oh no.
There's
no.
really no
You
risk.
messaged me.
If you need to go, you need to go. I'm not gonna string it along to wait till you're ready to go. No.
Yeah.
But see, the thing about that is why can't people just be mature? Like I feel
Right.
like people
Be
do that
100.
instead of just being like, I don't want to be with you anymore.
I
That's
agree.
that's way less painful. I know people think that it's a whole lot of pain. That's way less painful than trying to put somebody through all this stuff so
I
that
don't
they
know if I agree with that. And I have this argument with someone, and I've even talked to one of my best friends about this. Is like, I feel like for me personally, I've never had someone cheat on me, so maybe if I knew that they cheated on me, it'd be different. But I mean, like the worst thing I maybe had is a guy I was talking to, but I was still doing me. Had like a baby with somebody, and that like blew me. But I feel like for me, it's harder when the person looks you in your eye and says, I don't want to be with you, because there's no reason besides their internal self. Most people that cheat, they want you back. Like, I made a mistake, I'm so sorry. But when somebody just doesn't want to be with you, it's like, there's no reason, I'm just good. And that's just like, like, I'm hurt.
But there's always a reason why somebody don't want to be with you, whether it's we're just going 2 different ways in life, or there's things you do like leave the toilet seat up, and I'm not with that.
You are really one that you've mentioned that like in 2 episodes.
I don't throw that in.
You
there.
gotta be in the house correct with Amani.
No, for real.
I don't do no translation.
That long ass tag.
So what? Like, if your man leave the toilet seat up, like, what's the punishment?
It is no punishment. I'm just gonna say what I need to say, and it's like I need the toilet seat to come down. I would never like break up with anybody over that, but it's like it's stuff like
it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me either. Put the thing down. The only reason why it would piss me off is like, you know, when you like get in the house and you've been holding it while you've been in the car, and you run in, and then I like am trying to squat use the bathroom, and I'm pissed. I'm like, you better put this seat down. But I don't live with nobody, so I don't.
I think the biggest thing that's like, is like a pee on the seat and not using the poo-poo-pourri.
Girl, you in this poo-poo-pourri. Poo-poo-pourri. Please brand her. Oh no, Tiger made a good point. Poo-poo-pourri off the piss?
No, I'm saying those are like 2 things, like toilet wise.
If he needs poo-poo-pourri, he gotta drink more water.
No,
after he pee, he needs
water, yogurt, all of that.
More water.
Probiotics.
He need to go see his
cranberry
juice.
juice.
Yeah,
Cranberry got a UTI. I don't know.
And what's the other one?
Oh, so the other one is Just Right. So you know that's
my movie.
Dang, do I know any of these movies?
You don't know the movie
Just
with
Right?
Latifah and
You
Coleman?
probably have. If you saw it, you probably have.
I'm from Sterling.
But it was a cute
I watched
movie.
it in Sterling.
Yeah, it's a cute movie. It's a family movie.
Ain't seen it.
So in this one, basically, Queen Latifah is a physical therapist,
Mm-hmm.
Common is a basketball star. He hurts himself, and basically she's the one that kind of nurses him back to like, so that he could be able to
his
play.
wife, which is her best friend, once he got hurt, sis was ghost.
Yikes.
She was like, baby, get right. I want bags. I want Birkins. And he was hurt. He couldn't, get
She
right.
want the Gucci.
Not the Roddy Rich with it.
I'm done.
Stupid.
So like basically they end up like developing feelings for each other, and then the girl just pops back in
trying to get her man back.
trying to get the man back, and then he goes with her for a little bit. So it's just like, wait.
Have you ever talked to somebody that you're like developed feelings somebody that you didn't think you were gonna develop feelings for?
Yeah, it's like
or that your friend
unexpected.
talked
Oh
to.
yeah.
And
wait,
then, like,
no.
Okay, so
Not
just
that your friend.
okay, so we'll
to.
talk about both. So the first one is you've developed feelings for somebody you didn't think you were gonna develop feelings
Yes.
for. So what made you start to like them?
Persistence.
I agree with that. And that's what I was just gonna talk about is the law of attraction. And that's why I tell people, like, if you hang out with somebody every day or talk to them every day, you can't tell me that you won't at least one time think about what it would be like if we dated.
Yeah, because it's like the people that you often are attracted to don't even put in the work. So if it's someone that's actually putting in the work and you're like, but
they grow on you.
it kind of grows on you. It's like an ugly baby.
Yeah, it's like you
Like,
look like a
dang,
cockroach.
like,
Now you look like a rat. You like upgraded a little bit.
I've seen a baby go from, God forgive me, I'm not even gonna go there. But it's like the love that you gain for the baby. It's like, all right, I'm gonna take care of you.
Yeah, like you cute.
You're gonna be good.
Like you cute. And I feel like that's happened to me. Like I'm not gonna say I've ever talked to somebody that I was completely not attracted to, but I would say like off first meet, off first hangout, not really feeling it. Like we're cool,
Yeah.
So it's like all right, but like we kept hanging out, kept texting all day, and I was like, oh gosh, I like you.
Like, come
And
on.
now you kind of cute.
Why
Like
are you
yes,
doing
and you
that?
got a fade. Cut that grass again and send me a selfie. Like I don't know.
The grass.
You love somebody cutting the grass.
I do because I'm not finna do it.
Yeah, I need to know if
Oh
you
my
can do it, get them
gosh.
lines right.
Yeah,
Straight up.
exactly.
When
And then
Alani's
clean
dad
up
sees
after
somebody cutting the
yourself.
grass, he be like,
That's bring him home. Bro, he looking for somebody to cut it now. His old ass be out there pushing that mower, and I feel bad because I'm not volunteering as tribute. I can't
my dad
do it.
too. I felt bad the other day. I was like,
Yeah, I feel really bad, but I can't do it. I can't say, Dad, watch out, I got it.
Yeah, I
My
could
God.
find like a kid around the neighborhood that can do it for like $10, $15. I throw them 20,
I'm weak.
but I'm not doing it.
No, for real, big facts. I feel that. I wouldn't be able to do it either, honestly.
not at all.
All right, so going into the one movie you've seen, Tayo, here you go. Here's your time to speak all on the movie since you know it, okay?
I don't. Okay. It's really sad how all of the conversation goes back to why men aren't doing enough. Why aren't they doing enough? Okay.
They never do.
They are not doing enough. So my
Ever.
movie is Baby Boy.
Okay.
You knew
Classic.
it was. You knew it was.
Classic.
Honestly,
classic.
I really don't even know what the moral of the story was because there were so many. Like there's so many lessons you can get. Not lessons,
Yeah,
but like
so many
so many
conversational
points
pieces,
to make in this
yeah.
movie. Like I can go on all day. But I think like the main gist is Baby Boy. Like there's this grown man
Right, big facts.
that is a baby boy.
Right.
Like and the
Baby.
worst part is he thinks he's a man. Like he thinks he's doing what he's supposed to be doing because he does like
Right.
the overall
Bare minimum,
stuff. Like
yeah.
I'm gonna have sex with you. I'm gonna do this,
Right.
this. But realistically, he's not doing what a man is supposed to be doing,
Right.
and that's why he's Baby Boy. For one, how old was he living at home with his mom?
Too old.
Yeah.
I don't know. And he was mad about his mom's. Was he mad about his mom's boyfriend?
Yes, and I
Or
was
was
mad
he
too.
big
Big
mad?
ass
The
dude.
problem was
He
big
was always
mad.
greased
He
up.
wasn't-
And then
Why
he
you
tried
looking
to.
like-
Why are you trying to attack somebody
That was the
that
problem.
been in the pen?
He
that been
wasn't
working
mad
out?
at his mom's boyfriend. He was jealous. He was jealous that his mother had someone in her life that she was giving time and attention to
Instead of
outside of
him.
him.
Taking care of stuff.
And then he just wasn't working, taking the car. We're not going to get
Yes.
into taking the cars.
Let's get into taking the cars.
My mama
you
not
gonna let your
gonna-
man borrow your car or no?
I have a really, a really sad story about taking cars.
Okay, let's hear it.
No.
Why? It's story time. Come on, Tayo.
Yeah, you have to.
They want to hear. The viewers want to hear.
Wait, I think I told you this story.
I ain't
It's not
heard
ringing
it.
no bells, sis. So run it back for me.
All right, so outside of Baby Boy, quick little mini story. So I used to work what's called NDR, night desk receptionist at ODU. Overnight
NDR.
desk receptionist in the dorms, right?
Oh, NDR.
So I had this person I was dealing with. He went to Norfolk State,
So you should
went
never
to.
mind. I'm not gonna do that.
What? What are you gonna say?
That was
said,
your first
"Don't
problem,
bring
but I ain't
your
gonna do
car."
that.
No, that was the
Shout
first
out to
problem.
NSU.
He didn't have a car, but he was making the trips to ODU every weekend. Like, it was no problem.
So he was finessing a different girl's car every time.
No.
Oh,
This was when we first started talking. So we were
Okay.
talking for some years. That's the worst part.
wow.
So when I first met him, he was getting dropped off. And this point in time, and I didn't have a car
Not
back
getting
then.
dropped off.
I didn't have a car
daycare.
back-
I mean, that's the college, you know. in
I was a
college, that's
sophomore in
kinda
college.
what
I didn't have a
it
car.
is.
No, I feel it.
So by this time, it's sad because I'm like a senior. I think I'm like a junior or senior in college, right?
Mhm.
And I had a car, and there was this one time. This is why this movie is so triggering because
It's triggering.
It triggers us.
there was this one time he asked me to take the car. Mind you, I work overnight,
Take the car. Your car?
Yes, my car.
Take the car.
so I let him take my car overnight and drop me off at work. So I work 12 p.m. to 6 a.m. So he was gonna take my car.
Did he tell you what he needed the car for, or no? He was just like kind of on that.
Well, he had family in Hampton, so I think he was going to Hampton.
So you just assumed seeing family in him.
I don't remember.
Okay.
But you know, I used to assume a lot and he was doing a lot of other things.
Right. I was
So-
the queen of assumption in college.
The
too.
thing about this job is like it sucks. So when it's 6 a.m., you ready to go. Like
Right,
by
you're ready to hit the
5,
door.
by 5, you're like, oh my god, one more hour. So it's like 5:45. I'm like, all right. I'm texting him like, oh, 6 o'clock. You good? No answer.
Oh God.
So I'm like, okay.
Heartbeat fast.
5:55. So by this point, he probably got like 20 texts. No
Right.
answer.
Last
All right.
call.
6
Knock it
a.m.
off.
No answer. At this point, I'm crying.
Oh,
Like I'm
no.
crying because like I'm ready to go, and my keys, my apartment keys,
Are
were
on
attached.
on there.
Who's
on
up
the
at 6
keychain
a.m.?
ring.
Who's up at 6 a.m.? I'm
For
calling. I
real.
probably called this man 100 times.
At what
No
point do we
answer.
call the cops? Because
No
your car's been stolen.
answer.
Yeah,
At this
answer.
point, the car is
I'm waiting
stolen.
for the win.
While I'm standing at the desk, I'm sitting at the door, mad as hell, crying. All the students watching me cry.
Yeah, like, yo, what's
I'm looking at the
that?
window. All I see is this gray Nissan pull up. He's in the front seat. I'm like, so where were you? He's like, oh, I told you I'll be here by 6. It's almost 7 a.m.
Oh my God.
No
Not an
cause.
hour delay.
Yeah, guys.
Now he said CPT time.
And honestly, I wish that was the last time that I gave him my car. And the worst part is there's a
Oh
whole
my gosh. Now she said, I wish that was the last time I would have gave him my
But
car.
anyways, that's why, honestly, there's so many stories. And this is why
I'm sorry.
men
I
that
couldn't do
aren't
it.
doing enough are triggering.
I wouldn't get someone my car. If you're not on the insurance policy, I can't do it.
I know, but Imani, I was in college. I was dumb.
I know, but my whole thing is I guess because even when I was in college and I did have my car, it was
You were
Jay
smart.
Jeffrey's car. No. I was scared. It was Jay Jeffrey's car.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
it's like
no.
that was in the back of my mind. Like, okay, if somebody crashed the car and it's
Nah,
not me.
everything was in my
Jeffrey's
name.
gonna throw
The
up.
insurance
Yes.
was, the car was in
Oh
my
yeah,
name.
no.
The insurance was in my name, like everything. And he
Yeah,
thought because he was
it wasn't
putting
in my name.
$5 gas, it was doing something.
No.
Oh, absolutely
$5.
not. You better bring my shit back filled up. I'm not playing, and I don't care if I gave it to you on empty neither.
Not.
I do not.
So,
I feel
yeah,
that 'cause
we don't, at this point in time, guys, we do, unless he's your husband, we do not loan cars.
We don't, y'all.
No.
Okay, learn
It's
from my
2020.
mistakes.
Like, there's Uber.
I-
There's too many things to be
I
loaning
have
cars.
definitely loaned cars, but that's when I was in
At the
a
same
very
person-
committed.
Imani, you know what I feel like? And
But
do
I
not
only
take offense.
wait.
boo.
I only did that in a committed relationship.
I get
though.
that, but I feel like you loan cars because you'd be the type to need a car. You know what I'm saying?
I never been like
What?
No, you know.
I'm the type that need a car.
No, not in the car. You know what I mean? Like, you be having malfunctions with the car, sis. You got a new whip like every 3 months.
No, I do not.
Okay, then give me the right accuracy of the timeline. How often you be needing a new whip, sis?
A new whip.
Like in 1 year, what's the max amount of cars you've had in 1 year, sis?
in 1 year, just 2.
Why?
But they weren't new though.
Just 2?
Yeah,
Well,
but they
maybe
weren't
I'm
new.
just-
And that was because I crashed the car, so I had to get another one.
I remember you had a new one, like a.
Yeah, but see, y'all think that it was new, but I had that car.
Oh,
for-
we didn't know that. It was,
Oh,
no,
mine
I'm talking
is
the
the
one where
whip
you
police.
could start.
no, that's what I'm saying.
The one
I
you could
had-
start up from
I
outside
had-
the car.
I had that car since 2016.
Oh, I
It's
never
just
knew
that I was living in Tennessee, so y'all didn't
nobody
know that.
knew. True,
Yeah.
true.
Y'all.
And then the other car I
Because
had
you know,
was a
because you know, I'm
62.
going from back in the
When
day
she
when you
touched
had
Oh yeah,
the Mercedes
No,
hoopty.
yeah, no. Okay, so when I was in high school, my parents didn't believe that I should have a car.
Oh, really?
I didn't learn how to drive until I was 21.
I think that's
Yeah.
about similar for me too, but that's because I was scared. I was scared to drive.
No,
you
with
were
me, my
scared.
parents
Yeah, I had
were
anxiety, and I
like,
was
if you
just
get a
like,
car, I have to pay for your insurance, and I don't want to pay for your insurance.
Because it's expensive, so I
Facts.
don't blame mom.
But then
The
my
deductible
friend
would
used
be
to
high.
let me. My friend used to let me drive her car, and I was scared to drive her car So she was like, Monty, this summer, I need you to go home and learn how to drive. So I was driving her car for like 2 years before I actually.
So who taught you how to drive? Yourself?
She taught me how to drive, and then my dad taught me how to drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all getting back on topic.
I'm weak.
Baby boy.
So,
okay, wait. Can I just say something?
Go ahead.
Baby boy is very triggering.
It's
And
triggering.
My mama calls all my exes baby boys. And if I'm dating someone,
who are these men you going after?
and if
Why
I'm
they all
dating
baby
someone,
boys?
my mama just be like, sound like a baby boy.
Sound like a
I'm
Jody.
weak.
So
Not a Jody.
The question there is, when a man, like, he's not doing enough, and he keeps saying, like, I'm gonna make some. See, the guy the one that took my car, he wasn't aspiring. He was allegedly going to the league.
Not one. No, I've talked to a couple.
He was going
league bounders.
Then he was gonna be a rapper.
No,
I ain't talked to no rappers.
Then he was gonna be own his own facility for the youth.
Oh, we all entrepreneurs. You didn't hear that? You didn't get the entrepreneur
He
way?
was doing. So it's just like he had so many dreams.
So
like,
many different hats.
He was like, when I'm in like the league, like I'm buying this.
He said he was gonna buy you stuff.
Girl,
once
what?
he made it?
I was about to live in Bali, like
Not Bali.
Like, I was
Like,
gonna
we have
be out
places in
here.
different states.
Like I was like, okay, fine, take my car. He was like, you want a Birkin in 20 years?
Oh,
Yes, take
not
this
20
Nissan.
years. Taking 20 years to get
That's
that
why I was like,
Birkin?
take
better
this
call him 20 years
Nissan.
to the date and be like, where my
Yes, so it's
No,
like,
for real.
especially when you're young.
Hold
and
up,
dumb.
you still in contact with him?
Oh no, he went through my phone.
What about Instagram friends? None of that.
No, we're actually okay. This is off topic too. But
It's okay.
we're Facebook friends, nothing else, right?
You can be friends with everybody. Like, I'm friends
No,
with a
why
lot
was
of
I
people on
scrolling?
Facebook.
So he probably owes me at least 10K.
Not
10K.
10K.
Oh, hell no.
He owes me at least 10K from the past 6
Not
years.
in
that I knew
10
him.
days.
My ex owed me one.
Why?
I'm gonna pull up on that one.
Just for that one
Nah.
man.
He think
No.
I'm not.
Why I was on Facebook the other day and he bought a house.
Ooh.
Oh, that's him.
I'm sending him an invoice.
No,
baby,
that
we gon-
ass. I
And I'm
you have every
suing
right.
for pain and suffering because I have the receipts.
Like, you
the
still have
PayPal,
trauma.
Like,
You
it's
still have
trauma.
trauma.
It's traumatic.
If that don't work, let me know because we could do something.
No, for really, Monty has a lawyer in her family.
But it ain't that. We
And we
gonna
got
go the
some
other
shooters.
route. We gonna
Nah.
try to go this route, but if that don't work,
Wait, Monty, you shouldn't have said it on the air. Now
What
it's
are you talking
premeditated.
Yeah, but you don't even know what I'm talking about.
Y'all,
You don't
he
even know.
bought a damn house. It was a 1-level house. He not doing too much walking.
Oh,
But-
one levels be litty.
Wait,
though.
where was it to?
What's the square footage?
What city is it in?
Child, he gonna be like, he
The
gonna
city
message
is
me.
imperative.
He gonna message me and be
This-
like,
no,
so
the
you
city-
still think about me? Ain't nobody think about you.
No,
in
the
my
city
last
is
house.
important.
You
The
can't fit
city-
in that house.
I want to
sir.
say the city where he
Not
bought
leave
that
bound.
house
He
is
can't fit in his
important.
own house.
Where's the city?
I
What
don't
city did he
know.
buy it in?
Somewhere in the 75.
See,
Okay.
houses aren't they're not expensive.
They're
here.
not.
We
But
could
it,
go.
It don't
I'm sure
matter
he
though.
could've
That's
paid
still
my
big
invoice.
boy moves though because
Not
there are
really,
people.
because if it's not expensive, if
And
you do a
posted on the
first time
same
home
Facebook
buyer
you know
program,
I'm
you
on.
$2,000 and now you got a
Hell
house.
nah.
That ain't nothing.
That's true.
he posted that he got a house.
And you were sick.
I wasn't sick. I was just like, so you was stealing cars and now you got a house.
Not stealing cars. Look, he
Damn.
repented.
There was
Tayo.
another time he took
Everyone
my car.
can be saved.
No lie, there was another time he took my car
Uh-huh.
and there was a flip phone in the back seat.
You went through it.
So I was like,
Not there was a flip phone in the back.
bruh, this is baby. He's baby boy. That's what needs to come. There was a flip phone in the back seat.
Did you go to the flip phone?
Yeah,
Or was
of
it
course.
locked? Can you lock flip phones?
No,
You
that's
can't
not
do
an
that.
option.
Damn flip phones.
No, that's not an option.
was the
So I opened
beauty of
the flip
it?
phone. I said, whose phone is this? He said, oh, it was a crackhead.
Why was there a crackhead in my vehicle?
Why was the crackhead in my car? He said, oh, he knows the crackhead from back home in Hampton. So
He gave a crackhead a ride.
he let allegedly
Crackheads need
let
love
the
too.
crackhead in the back seat, and the crackhead was an aspiring rapper, so he was letting the
Oh hell! They was finna do a feature. This man was driving to the
in
studio.
the back seat.
Hey,
Not they turned
no
their car into a
crackhead.
studio. He said, "Drop that beat real quick."
Right in the Nissan in Nisi.
I told y'all that
What
old
did
ass
Future say?
Nissan.
What did Future say?
I don't
You would
know.
rather cry in a
Oh,
I don't remember. What
I
the fuck.
remember what you're saying. But I
Don't
can't
knock no
remember.
crackhead. 'Cause there was a crackhead. At
Why did you
Howard.
let the crackhead in my back seat? That wasn't a crackhead.
Best rapper alive.
Why-
If it was.
Why would you come up
The
with
crackhead.
But honestly, that's why that's my movie, because Baby Boy is like, there's so many, like when you're young and
Can
dumb,
I just
it
talk about
relates.
how much I hate that movie?
I like it.
I hate
It's
hate
not
Baby
triggering
Boy.
for me though. So
I hate Baby Boy. I just hate everything.
You never had a
about
dumb
it.
phase?
dumb phase.
Mm-hmm.
No, mine is always
Yeah.
smart.
No, I admitted I think an episode ago that I bought a flight. But y'all
But I don't
talking
think that's that
y'all
dumb.
talking like 10 bands deep with him?
Nah,
Nah, not me.
No.
like 10 band, like one band, even one band. I think no. I mean, the only person that maxed me out, and we're talking like maxed out a Visa Bucks card, like the gift card my parents had that reloaded with like $100 every month, was my boyfriend in high school. And we were just going to Wendy's and like different fast food spots.
He used to eat,
yeah. He was hungry.
He was a little muncher.
That was a big boy.
Child.
So for me, I don't really have nobody
that was
really
a baby boy. That was a big boy.
Stupid as hell. I don't have nobody who ran up a check or hit a lick. Y'all got
that,
hit with a lick.
No, I
have
y'all man.
But wait a
lick on
second.
your
Wait a
ass.
second.
He
But
looked.
didn't you? Okay.
No, go ahead. What did I?
Listen. Wait a second.
Okay.
So for New Year's, didn't you pay for the hotel?
Oh, you want to run it back to this past January?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, yeah, we can address it. And he's going to listen to this. So, yes, I did pay for the hotel.
Okay.
Wait for it.
Okay.
His birthday was the next day.
Oh, so it was kind of like a birthday thing.
It was, but
Okay.
mind you, he wouldn't let me pay for it, so he cash apped me. He never lets me pay for anything. So he
Okay,
always
gotcha.
either cash apps the whole thing or half.
How long did it take?
Oh, he sent that before he showed up to the hotel.
Okay.
Oh, so
gotcha.
you didn't pay for the hotel?
Yeah, because
No,
it's
I
like, okay.
He's a good
You
dude.
did an IOU.
He get on my nerves. Not an IOU, but Imani thought she was onto something.
No, I just wanted to ask. Though.
Inspector Money,
really-
Imani Gadget. Sit your ass down.
Inspector Gadget. That I am. That
No,
I
you
am.
is an inspector.
I am
now.
an inspector.
But you almost were onto something.
Yeah, that's
You were
why.
almost
That's
onto
why I
something.
was gonna ask, because you were like never, and then you talking about it, and I was like, well, what?
But if we do want to talk about something, one thing that he did do one time was, so we were it was one of our homeboys' birthday,
Okay.
and he was the plug for the section. Okay.
Oh,
So, you
this
know,
is-
he bought the section, whatever, or
Yes.
got the section, like, it was basically like you get 4 Bel Air bottles. Because, you know, when you get a section, you're paying for the liquor.
Yeah.
And, like, the liquor's 5 times the retail
You're paying
price
for
on
the
the
liquor in
shelves.
your Instagram post.
Exactly. So, basically, he sat here and, you know, got the section, whatever, and I guess they were going to divvy it up, figure it out. So he was like, all right, first wave, I'm going to take a couple people. Mind you, even in the first wave wasn't the birthday boy. So I'm confused by that, but whatever. So I'm back in the second wave, you know, and at the time, you know, I'm kind of his shorty, and this is his best friend that's in the second wave. So, you know, it's a little bit weird. So, you know, we look at the clock. It's damn near almost 1 a.m. We like, yo, when we get in the text to pull up in the Uber. Girl, we pull up into the Uber. Why we got to pay a cover fee? I'm like, where was the connect? So then the birthday boy, somebody else used to
If they say
pay
they
for
gotta
him.
connect,
And then when we got in there,
Don't
then when we got in there, he was trying to collect the funds for the section, and money was funny. Like people wasn't trying to put the bread up.
No.
So here I am
Comedian
feeling bad because I'm like, he put all this on his card. So I'm over here trying to, you know, be a nice girl, slide him 40, whatever. So I'm like trying to give him 40, and one dude was like, nah, you ain't gotta give him that. Like, we'll handle it. But he sure did take that 40. My man's did, and he was like, you gonna get it back. Never got it back. And I kind of felt a way about it, and I remember telling my friend, like, he's cut off. After tonight, I'm done. Like,
But
he's been exactly, and that's why, like, I felt bad because he ended up not even getting all the money back. So I'm like, he can have the $40 because he really does pay for most things. Like, I would say it's about a 80-20 situation whenever we go out or do anything. So I'm like, alrighty, you just being
You
petty.
didn't need that $40.
I didn't need the $40. So we'll wrap up on the last movie, and to kind of get it, you know, see how petty y'all are. So the last movie is Step Brothers. So if y'all parents, we gonna just not even wish you seen Step Brothers. Okay, great. We're not even gonna wish this on nobody's parents splitting up. But if your parents were to split up and remarry, how would you, like, you cool with it, or what's up?
I think that it's so if you had asked me that 10, 15 years ago, I might be a child and say like, no, I'm gonna act a fool.
Okay.
But now I feel like we're grown. If my parents my parents have spent their whole life making sure me and my sister were good, happy, fed, well clothed, you know, all that. So if this point in your life y'all want to go find love elsewhere, like, live your life.
Yeah.
I'm so okay with that, honestly.
Imani?
As long as they know they place, I'm cool.
Oh, y'all are such better than me.
So
I'm
you
not
have
having
your parents
it.
just be angry and lonely
Yeah.
as hell because they're not working with each
I'm
other?
not having it.
My mother.
I'm not having
So
it.
if it's not together, you don't want them to have nothing?
Yeah, I'm not having it. If my dad bring anybody through, I'm 13 all over again. I'm making Shorty's life hell, bro.
Really?
Yes. I'm making sure.
So you
he's
rather
like,
your
no.
dad like just completely disconnect from y'all and live his own life because he knows that y'all aren't happy with his.
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
not. Jay not.
I don't
doing
think
that.
so.
I'm sorry.
Because I'm putting sis. Y'all remember Parent Trap? I'm putting sis. We gonna go camping. I'm putting sis ass on the little floatable, sending her ass out to sea. And she
so
gonna wake
that she
up
can act up.
at this
be
age,
like,
bro. I'm not
"Look."
having it. I'm not
But
having
what's
it.
how she
stopping? Like, what's
acted.
so?
I'm not having it.
Your parents did everything that they had to do for you already. If they
It
need to
don't
find happiness for
matter.
themselves, they need to
No,
do
I'm not
that.
having it. Y'all said till death do us part. Y'all ain't dead.
Yeah,
Nah.
my mother has said like if she passes away, like things that my dad can and cannot do.
I'm
She said it to
weak.
me, and she was like, I mean, he can remarry or whatever, but she can't look better than me. Make sure she don't look better than me. And I'm like, I got you, Ma. I got you.
So what she gonna do, Monty, if she look better than your mama? First of all,
bop her in the face.
And
She
make
ain't
her-
gonna look better than my mom.
now I'm gonna bop her in her face, and now you got a whole charge.
Off some damn.
Who? She ain't finna send me to jail
And
now
you-
if she wanna marry my dad.
And your dad is a doctor,
Yeah.
so he could just fix her up. I mean, he's not a plastic surgeon, but he's got
He
coins,
can crack
and
her
he
back
could.
and get it right.
Not even crack her
do that now.
But he might have the funds to do a payment plan.
Not your daddy back cracking.
Not her daddy back cracking.
Breaking backs.
Not gonna get an alignment from Imani's dad.
Yes.
No, I'm gonna let them be great.
Bring your good
At this point in
insurance.
time, and our parents are getting old. Like, if you want to be happy, go be happy.
I'm sorry, but she got to pass a year of trials and tribulations with me. I'm putting her through
I
hell
think
and
it would
back
be
for the
harder
first year.
if your parents was really happy in a relationship and the other one was like lonely as hell. I think that would be sad. But if they were both in really good, happy relationships, why
I
not?
don't see it.
Yeah. If one remarried and one didn't, and the
Yeah.
other one was really sad, then I gotta give the other person hell.
Yeah.
So
But if
the
they're
dating
both
guy-
good,
Right.
Y'all
But what if your parent is choosing to be bitter though? Like one of them is just choosing not to move on, choosing not to date, where the other one just goes head diving first into. Because I feel like some dudes do that. Like when relationships break up, the girl takes her time getting back into these niggas be full on diving. Call them the lifeguard. They going to save somebody.
I feel like for men, it takes longer for them to actually really
Mentally,
truly
yes, to
get
break down the
over
walls,
it.
but they do not wait to jump into another bed. Wait to jump into some Instagram comments. Do not wait to jump into the DM.
Yeah, I agree.
There's
But we're
no-
talking about marriages here, not these little boys that be on Instagram.
Yeah.
You right. You
Not
right.
these baby boys.
You right.
That's what we gonna start calling them, Jodys. I don't want no more Jodys in
So then
my
what's
DMs.
the good one
No.
though? So like if we got the Jodys for the bad ones, who's an upstanding man that we can use to?
From a movie?
I guess.
Please,
I'm
Lord,
trying
let
to
them be
think.
black. Let me think.
I'm trying to think of maybe think like
Because
a man
my
had a
thing
couple
is, like,
maybe
in all
good
black
ones.
love movies, the man always has to go through some things before he even realizes. Like
Yeah,
even
gets
in
his
Love
stuff
and
together.
Basketball, like okay,
Quincy.
they end up together, but
Quincy
it's like
didn't do it
he
for me. He
dogged
was not
her.
cute.
Quincy didn't do it for me
Everyone
either,
said
but
he
I
was
like
fine.
this absolutely not wear.
And he does.
You
have
think
that-
he's fine, Imani?
He has
No.
bedroom eyes.
I take Mekhi Piper over Quincy.
I
He's
thought so, but
fine,
then
bro.
in 8 Mile when he had them fake locks,
I thought of
couldn't do
someone.
it.
Actually,
I'm
no.
weak, not the thick locks.
He's not an actor.
You
Russell.
Russell who? Not
Wilson.
Simmons.
No, girl.
Oh,
Is he
Wilson.
canceled?
Russell
No.
Simmons is in freaking.
No, the
Thailand
brother's
because he
canceled.
can't
What
stand
Russell's?
himself.
What's Russell's? No, that's not Russell. I think it's the brother. We over here dragging.
No, Russell Simmons is the one that was married to Kimura.
Yeah. that's the
Oh,
one
okay.
we're
Then what's the
talking
other one's name? Then they had the show.
Red.
Ron's
Red.
House.
Run.
That's
Oh,
Run.
okay.
He's not canceled.
He's
I
not
think
good.
I don't want to give Russell Wilson the upstanding because I feel like he kind of corny. He a good
No,
dude,
he
but
is
he
corny.
I don't
Where's
think
the
he's
where's the
corny.
balanced guy? Though? I want
You
the
don't-
well balanced. John Legend might be the well balanced.
No, John Legend is corny.
Maybe
And he married a white
Steve.
woman.
What?
I know you
Steph
see.
Curry. He be cheating though.
He do. Well, we're
I
both
cannot
sick.
believe that Aisha bad.
Aisha's pretty, but
She
I don't
worries.
know if
But I would cheat on her ass too.
She's aggy. That's all I have to
She
say.
did too
She's
much.
real aggy and she talks too much.
I
But
think
you know
that is
what?
too
We're
much.
talking too much, so I think we should
Okay.
just go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah.
But that concludes that concludes this episode of the Equivalent Differentials. TED out. Is there
Peace
anything
out,
y'all want to
y'all.
say before we dip set out of here?
Be blessed. Drink water.
I feel it. Imani, any closing messages?
Stay healthy. No
And stay away from these Jodys. Please.
Yes, stay
Oh
away
my
from these
gosh.
No baby
Jodys.
And don't give nobody your car.
And thank you for watching, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. I never thought I'd be a comment, and subscribe girl.
And then if you subscribe, hit that bell so every time we drop something, you're gonna be the
The
first
what?
one. The bell.
Oh, the
Supposed
YouTube
to be-
bell.
oh.
The YouTube bell.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, well, outie.